and grab a shorter amethyst that I'll kind of layer in. So if you want to be able to layer in all of your amethyst, easily be able to do that. But honestly, I said to Jay, I said, how in the world are we doing a 36-inch natural gorgeous genuine amethyst at $69.90? I mean, if we were to do the carat weight, I'm not even sure what the carat weight would be, but certainly at $69.90, this is just unheard of.
Well, and again, these, this is all Zambian amethyst. If you look at amethyst, amethyst is found in primarily two locations in South America. Brazil, Uruguay is where a lot of the material comes. About 10, 12 years ago, they started finding it in Africa. And now some of the finest amethyst in the world, I believe. The amethyst, there's a deposit in Morocco, which I think is the finest amethyst absolutely in the world, okay, where it actually is deep purple and it's got red crystals growing through it. It's just red hairs. It's
that's
just
so cool, Jay.
It is totally amazing. This is Zambian amethyst, and if you look at the richness of this material, and here again, none of this material is treated, okay? It's all natural. Amethyst is very popular, but it's another one of those things that comes and goes with us. We are only able to buy the rough material once a year. Wow. And that's when they come together. There's a co-op, 4 different mines in Zambia that put all their rough material together, and then they auction it off as a lot. And whoever gets that lot is the person who sells it to us, right?
Yeah.
They parcel it out, and then you're able to get your material. But I love the Zambian amethyst because it's color consistent, okay?
Right.
And the crystals, I have crystals with me. I just left them in the green room.
Oh, I was going to say we could show them.
I left them in the green room. But
I don't think it's going to matter, Jay, because I think this is going to sell out.
Unlike the Brazilian material, which is like great big crystals that tend to sometimes lose their color, these are very tight, small, compact crystals that always have this super rich color to them.
Yeah, and you can see 30 seconds to a sellout. Even when you go back in history and you look at royalty, you look at the crown jewels, amethyst was always prized. It was
amethyst at one time was
for the royalty only, right?
Yeah, only the royalty actually was more sought after than diamonds.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
So I mean, to be able, this is pretty much gone with everybody calling in. Thank you for your orders. I also want to share with you, Pat, could we show it's a 700? It's the other amethyst that I have on for those of our girls that missed this. I know we can do it coming up. I didn't mean to do it on the spot. I'm sorry. But we'll show that coming up. Oh, never mind. He said those are only 24 left.